What is up, everybody? I am sad, I am scared, and I am unprepared. Why am I saying I, you might ask? Well, Bree isn't here today. So this is going to be a really different episode for a couple reasons. First of all, this is my first ever episode without Bree, so I have no fucking clue how this is going to go. And also, I am going to be talking about a very, very recent story, like the past fucking few days recent, and the reason I am talking without Bree is because I wanted to get this story out here, like, immediately, because people are flipping shit about it. So, hello everybody, welcome to Horror Soup. Today I have a true crime episode for you. That's right, back to true crime. Today my topic is the story of Philip Schwab. And I'm going to go ahead and say a quick little content warning before I start this. There are not tons of details about this case yet because it is literally still unfolding as we speak. So I do plan to update this as more information becomes available. But as it is, in this episode, I will be discussing murder, possible bestiality, and rape. I say possible because everything's kind of still in the air right now. So it's kind of hard to say exactly what's going on. Like, This story is fucking ridiculous. I found it this morning, and I have just been reading up on it like fucking crazy. So, Philip Schwab is a man that murdered his girlfriend and his two dogs somewhere between late night on June 22nd or early morning June 23rd. So, literally a few fucking days ago. When I'm recording this, it is currently June 27th. So this literally just happened like 4 fucking days ago, and it is absolutely fucking bonkers. So before the murder, Philip posted tons of very strange Facebook posts speaking of literally what he did. It's like an entire fucking play-by-play. It's not, like, a lot of it isn't easy to understand because it's all just shit that he is just spewing out like minute after fucking minute. So we're going to go over, or I'm going to go over these pretty extensively because there's a lot of posts. It's probably going to take up the majority of the episode just talking about quotes because that's really all the information we have right now. We have his confession and a couple other things, but as it is, this is all Facebook posts. So it's really fucking interesting because I've heard a couple cases like this, but this guy goes play by fucking play. So before we start this, I'm going to go into a little bit of background on this fucking asshole. So Philip Schwab is 33 years old, and he volunteered at a zoo in Idaho Falls where he resided. He apparently had no prior violent history, and Philip, like I said, he has already confessed to his crimes, and he admitted to burying his girlfriend, Kaylynn Blue, who was only 33 years old, in his backyard. He also admitted to stabbing her 2 dogs to death and tossing them in the trash because this guy's just a sick fuck who doesn't give a shit about anything. Authorities were apparently notified that they needed to visit Schwab's house for a wellness check on his girlfriend Kaylynn, as she hadn't showed up to work in 2 days, and she wasn't the type of person to just not show up and not say anything. From what I've seen, she seems like a really fucking sweet, just great soul. And it is an absolute shame what happened to her. Like, condolences to Kaylynn and her family and friends and just everyone, because this is fucking disgusting. So, like I said, Philip did confess to his crime, so because of this, we have a rough story of what happened to his girlfriend. Philip said that Kaylynn would often thrash around in her sleep, and a few days before the murder, Philip actually put a knife inside of a drawer in his bedroom where he slept with Kaylynn. Kaylynn was apparently thrashing around, and accidentally hit Philip a few times in her sleep, fucking accident. He got up, went to the drawer, and grabbed a knife. He went straight over back to Kaylynn and stabbed her in the neck while she was sleeping. Kaylynn woke up and tried to fight him off, and he repeatedly stabbed her as she tried to get away from her attacker, which is honestly fucking terrifying because that's your fucking boyfriend. That is so ridiculous. She escaped the room and tried to make it to the bathroom, but Philip continued to stab her until she was killed. So I really don't think she got that far at all, especially being woken up with a knife in your neck. I can't imagine what that is like. That is fucking terrifying. He said he went upstairs to turn on the hose after he killed her, which it says the article said that he went upstairs to turn on the hose to get the dirt soft in the backyard. I don't really get any of that, but I'm not going to question it. When detectives arrived on the scene, Philip told them that Kaylynn was dead and buried in the backyard. He softened the dirt up. He buried her in a very fucking shallow grave because her body was mostly buried, but her face and one of her feet were actually uncovered when they went into the backyard to see what was going on. There were visible injuries on her neck and face, and a search of the residency seemed to confirm the statements that Philip made about his crime, so it doesn't really seem like he lied about what happened, and I don't see why he would, because I'll give you my opinion on this guy at the end, but before we get into discussion about all the Facebook posts, I do want to say that at this time, his Facebook is still up at the time of this recording, like I was just fucking on it, and all of his posts are available to read. There's also a YouTube video available to watch that I found, starring both Philip and Kaylynn. If you'd like to watch it, the title is Sales Presentation, just spelled normally, and it was uploaded by Kaylynn Blue's YouTube channel, which is literally just her name. It's Kaylynn Blue, KAYLYNNBLUE, and I'm just gonna say it, this man is fucking repulsive looking, and he sounds fucking terrible. Like, I hate everything about this guy, so fuck you, Philip. As it stands, I would really love to talk about, like, every single thing that this guy posted, like, everything. But he has hundreds and hundreds of posts in a matter of a couple days. Like, it started on June 22nd, and it just keeps fucking going. Like, every single minute, this guy posted something. So we're going to start with the morning of June 22nd. If you'd like to read everything, I really suggest visiting his Facebook page and maybe ASAP. I don't know if it's going to be taken down or what the logistics are with that, but I would recommend going, like, immediately, just in case. You're going to be scrolling for a long time, though, like a really long time. I actually couldn't even go back further if I wanted to, because I scrolled for about 10 minutes until the post just completely stopped loading, because there was so fucking many. There will be discussions in between these quoted posts, like I'll give you my opinion on some stuff, but just know that there are a lot of posts that I need to get through. So I may just throw some out and then move on to the next quote for the sake of fitting all of these into this episode, because I do plan on making this a fairly short episode. I don't think it's going to be a full length. Maybe, we'll see. So the first posts I see are kind of ominous and confusing. Most of them are. But he speaks about advertising in, like, the very first post I see, which I believe is in reference to the YouTube video that I mentioned a minute ago, because they're talking about, like, a sales presentation kind of thing. He's doing a play-by-play with her, and this was from, like, 2016, so I think about 3 years ago. I don't know what month it was, but it was 2016. The posts start out very, not right on the money at all. Like, you don't really know what's going on at first, and the weird thing is that this guy had, like, 4,000 Facebook friends, and I don't know if some of them popped up after he started posting some of this stuff, or if he had them to begin with, but I think he had them to begin with. So they're kind of ominous, and then we start to see, like, what the fuck is going on with this guy? We see this post that says, "What's wrong? I thought you liked the heat." And I really don't know what this is referring to, but he talks about heat and getting hot and shit like that a few times. The next post after that I want to, and just so you know, guys, I'm not going, like, I am going in a timeline, but I'm not going, like, post to post, because, like I said, there's so fucking many. But I wrote down all the ones that I thought were pretty fucking important. The next post is, "Feel everything you did to her, cunt." And on this one, I'm not entirely sure if he's speaking to his girlfriend in the post or if he's talking in the third person, because he seems to do this a lot. A lot of these posts, he is talking to himself or just, like, to his fucking thousands of Facebook fans as he sees it, because this guy's really fucking into himself. It's really weird. A quick disclaimer, most of these posts are mere minutes or seconds apart. Like, literally, he will post something and there will be another one with the same exact timestamp or a minute later, and they just continue on. It's like a giant fucking storybook. A few of his Facebook friends at the time even asked him, like, "What's wrong? You're posting a status every minute or two." And a few posts later, he says, "What would I be doing with a shovel, bitch?" And I just have to throw this out here, too. It's really disturbing looking at these posts, because a lot of these people that commented were his friends or something, and then later they get a post from other people, like, posting an article about him murdering his girlfriend and his dogs. So back to this. About 30 minutes later, Phil begins to start mixing in posts of his dogs. And this is all really fucking sad, like, you know, him killing his girlfriend and everything, but this just makes me so, like, why'd he kill the dogs, too? I don't get why he did any of it, but Like, why? This guy just did not give a shit about who he hurt. About the dogs, he said, I could do this all day. Enjoy the show, dogs. And he's missing a lot of comments and stuff in it, but I'm just going to, like, read these as they are. The next post is, worth it? ? Oh, yeah. Almost better than sex. Well, not the kind I'll be getting. So this guy fucking knows he knows he's going to jail. Like, he's 100% fucking aware of it. And I think he's doing a lot of this for attention. Like, he really seemed like he wanted to get caught. Because this shit is so fucking out here. After that, now they'll always remember who Jesus was. So maybe this guy thinks he's fucking God or something. Either way, I won't hold it against you. I've been really shitty and pathetic too. And yeah, you're fucking pathetic. You're terrible. After this, we get, and I forgive you too, by the way, ... You weren't given an early warning, which obviously seems like he's referring to his girlfriend. It is nice being seen for once, though, good or bad, with a fucking frowny face. Either way, it's over, ... So this is one of the ones that leads me to believe that, you know, he just wants attention because I don't think people gave a shit about him. And I'm not excusing that whatsoever. I mean, fuck him. I don't give a shit about you either. The next one, would kill myself if I could. LOL, believe that. One of his Facebook friends replied to this and said, Philip, don't make me come over there, to which he replied, oh, please, I'm knocking you out, you know. And after the news of his killings came out, someone commented on this post as well and stated that they were glad that the commenter didn't go over to his house. And this is kind of how she learned about the killings, because she's like, oh, like, why? What do you mean? And then they reply and they're like, yeah, he fucking killed his girlfriend and his dog, so it's probably good that you didn't go over there. It's just chilling to think that all these people just were commenting on it, and a lot of people seemed really, they were worried but not worried enough. And a lot of this guy's friends are kind of really fucking creepy too. Like, some of their responses were, you know, like a normal human would respond. They're like, oh, fuck, like, fuck this guy. I can't believe that happened. But some of them defended him. And we'll get into that a little more later. It's really fucking eerie. He also has many posts referring to Donnie, and some speculate that he was referring to Donald Trump, which seems very possible because of some of his posts, but it also seems that one of his dogs may have been named Don or Donnie, so we're not entirely sure what these posts are referring to, and it's also possible that both of the possibilities are correct. He could be referring to Donald Trump at times, and at times he 100% is, but it also seems like other times he's referring to his dog, and maybe I don't know if he sees his dog as Donald Trump, so he is referring to it that way, or if it's a nickname, or what it is, but we'll get a little more into this later when we get through the posts, because it gets a little more clear, but it also doesn't. We're not going to know anything about this, like, for probably a fucking while, maybe ever, if he chooses not to talk, but I hope we get some answers on this, because I have no idea what this guy's motive is or why the fuck he did any of this. Okay, so back to the quotes. They never said it was this much fun, LOL. So he's just fucking boasting. Just wish I had your shoulder to lean on, Don, you know? You'd make a great doormat. So he's talking to Don/Donald Trump again. Where's Alexa when you need her? I want to do a 3 a.m. challenge. And this one is really fucked up, because his girlfriend Kaylynn actually replied to this post and said, she is upstairs, LOL. Philip heart reacted this comment, which just really fucking pisses me off, because you know that he killed her either the same day or the next morning, because this was on, I don't remember if this one was on the 22nd or the 23rd, but he killed her right fucking after this. Like, this was so premeditated, and he knew exactly what he was doing, but he still just talked to her casually on social media the entire fucking time. The next one after this is it safe to say your eyes are ... wide open? And I believe this may be referring to him burying her with her face revealed. Also, sorry guys if I say a lot in between these quotes. Like, I know I say a lot as it is, like, just fucking in general, but it's kind of hard to figure out how to segue into a quote when I'm going right on a quote, but I'm trying to just fucking pound these out, because there's so many. Anyway, I've always wanted my own punching bag, and these are free. Fuck you, dude. You're a fucking asshole. Next, it's really funny, because you've only had 73 years to do whatever you wanted. This one's very obviously referring to Donald Trump. Donald Trump is 73 years old. And at this point, I was kind of convinced that he was just talking to Donald Trump every time, but it gets so much fucking weirder. Next one after this is, at least I can hear you here, comma, Jared. And he's referring to someone named Jared. This one, I have no fucking clue. Right now in my notes, I wrote, like, maybe at the end of these posts I'll have a better idea, because he mentions someone named Jared multiple times, but I have no fucking clue. Even when I got to the end of all of these posts, I have no idea who this Jared person is. And right after this, he says, I'm going to Jared's with dad's money. So a little background on that. He was living, him and Kaylynn were both living with Philip's mother. And I don't know if the father was in this situation too, but he refers to him a couple times. So I don't know if he was living there too. I only found that the mother for sure lived there, and she was actually gone for several days during the murder. So it was just him, Kaylynn, and the dogs at the time. Okay, so back to the quotes. These ones are all directly after each other, and some of these quotes that I am reading will be in that sense because they literally go together. So, what was it for? ... Question mark. Next one. Next one. Oh well. And the next one after that. Next time. These are all separate statuses just right after each other. And it's so fucking weird because this guy's just putting all of his thoughts directly out there, like not even double taking. Now you get to look like you're taking a shit all the time, Donnie boy. Probably are too. Also burns. And this is when it kind of starts alluding that he raped his dog. Because there's a lot of posts like this, and it's really just not fucking okay, but we'll get more into it. And the next one is, it means a lot having you guys as a personal diary. And dude, fuck you. The internet is not your diary to tell everyone about your fucking murders. Like, you are so incredibly fucked. I hope you fucking rot, you asshole. Dead is better. And he has is in capitals. And then after this, he says, I'm in trouble with mom, though, with a fucking frowny face. And then says, I'm so excited. So this guy's happy. Like, he wants people to fucking know what he did. Like, he's acting like he's sad, but he's obviously just fucking thrilled about what he did. The next one is, I hear horses ride good, ... So this is another thing and another really big reason why people think that he raped his dogs, because he also worked at a zoo. I don't know if you guys remember that. I mentioned that earlier. So I think this guy definitely has an obsession with animals in some type of way, because these aren't just normal things you say. Like, I guess maybe in a different light, but I just don't see it. Like, this guy's all fucking over the place. So a lot of these have been really ballsy for a while, but this one is just like fucking ridiculous, and I don't get how people didn't check up on him earlier, because this one says, if stabbing people is wrong, I don't want to be right, with an exclamation point. And right fucking after, he says, am I looking like Michael Myers now? LOL. Like, dude, what the fuck? You just killed your fucking girlfriend. And at this time, I'm going to say this too, because it might have sounded like he already like killed his dogs at this point, but he didn't in the story. It goes on, and you can actually tell from his posts when he did it. You can't exactly tell when he killed his girlfriend. You have like a decent timeline, but you don't exactly know. But with the dogs, you could pretty much tell exactly when he fucking did it. Okay, after this, this is for you, Don. I am literally sticking it to your bitch. After that, good enough. They're dogs, not you assholes. Good thing I have a get out of jail free card, dumb shit. So that one, I feel like a lot of these posts, like this, 100%, this guy's crazy. This guy's fucking crazy, there's no doubt about it. But I feel like he is going for an insanity plea and going even more off the top. I feel like he is crazy, but he also knows what he's doing, because all these posts are totally leading to the insanity plea. And him saying, I have a get out of jail free card, dumb shit, just, in my mind, it just fucking proves it. Like, completely. And back to the Don, I'm sticking it to your bitch thing. This is when I kind of thought, I think that he's nicknaming the dogs, because I find out later, and I will mention this when I get to it, it's like right under here. Their names are Penny and Yogi. Through going through Kaylynn's Facebook, you can see pictures of her and her dogs, and it's so clear that she fucking loved them. Like, it is so sad. But their names were Penny and Yogi, but the way that he refers to everything in this, it really seems like he gave them a nickname. I think that he hates Donald Trump so much, or maybe worships him so much. I don't know exactly what it is, because I don't fucking know. But I think that he nicknamed his dogs Don and Melania, and he imagined them as them so that he could stick it to them, like, so he could fucking hurt them. So after this, he says, this one is so fucked, dude. Are you watching closely? With a question mark. And that's all that's on the status. And Kaylynn Blue, his girlfriend that he murdered, actually replied to this, and she said, how closely do you want me to? And he just heart reacted it again. And it is so fucking sad because he gave her this sign. Not exactly, but, he said it right out there, and Kaylynn responded like he was obviously talking to her about how he was going to murder her. And it's just so fucking sad. After this, it says, I'm going to be gay and imagine your face on her, Donnie boy. So I don't know if he's talking about raping his dogs at this point, or if he raped Kaylynn. I don't know if they did a rape kit or anything on the body. There's not too much information at this time, but he is definitely raping something and imagining Donald Trump's face on it. So this guy has a lot of pent up anger and probably daddy issues too, because he talks about his dad multiple fucking times. After this, we get, and she had to be at work at 8, ... He is talking about Kaylynn because he murdered her and she didn't show up to work after that. After this, we get, I love you, K ... And this post was on June 23rd at 12:30 a.m., which is possibly the time of her death. We don't know exactly when it happened. It was either on, like, late night on June 22nd, or it was early morning on June 23rd. So this was definitely right after he killed her, like, not that long after. He also posted a lot of pictures too. I ignored most of them because a lot of them are just like, shareable memes. But a lot of them also really allude to stuff. So I'd say if you really want to see them, go and look at them. There's so many pictures that it wasn't worth writing them all down. But this one said, why cheat? If you're not happy, just fucking leave. And I had to write it down because it pissed me off so fucking much. Because, you killed your girlfriend. If you are not happy, get the fuck away from her. Don't kill her. Don't kill anyone around you. Like, what is your problem, dude? What is your fucking issue? And on the 23rd of June at 9:01 p.m., he says, outside are the dogs, ... After this, we get, I can feel you on my ass from here, LOL. And this shit starts getting so fucking weird because a woman who I will keep unnamed at this moment for certain reasons replied, giddy up. And this was before, all the articles came out about the murder. And when someone replied to her comment, as a lot of people did to people that, to his friends that replied to his statuses before this news broke, someone replied to her comment and told her the news on Facebook about him murdering his girlfriend and his dogs. And she just completely rejected the idea. Like, even with proof attached, she was just like, no, yeah, I don't think that happened. And even if it did, he's obviously out now and good. But it's like, no, he's not out now and he didn't do his time or anything like that. He wasn't acquitted or fucking anything. This happened 2 days ago. So there's no possible way this could be a misunderstanding. Like, it fucking happened. And looking into her account, she has some really, really extremely fucking alarming posts. I'm not going to say all of them right here because this could be like speculation. Like, it could be all speculation at this point. It could just be coincidence, like, but it's fucking not, honestly. Like, it's totally not. So if you want to do your own digging, it could be pretty easily found through the post, like the one that I said, I can feel you on my ass from here. But you will have to do some digging for sure because there's so many posts. But I'm sure if you are into this, you are going to scroll down. You're going to read all of them because why wouldn't you? They're fucking ridiculous. So I'm not going to go into great detail due to legal reasons because I'm not throwing her name out here or anything. But if you want to do some digging and find it, that's on you. I already said it, but this is around the time when I found out that her dogs were named Penny and Yogi. So while this might disprove the theory that he was referring to his dogs in many of these posts where he's talking to Don and Donnie and Donald and all that, I wouldn't be too quick to completely dismiss it because we don't know what this man's motives are at this time. It's too early to know, and we just don't know why he did any of this. It's very possible that he might have referred to his dogs as Don and Melania as like some fucked up nicknames. So I'm just going to throw that out there because really, we don't fucking know. On June 23rd at 9:39 p.m., he posts, don't have much longer, ... So he knows he's going to get caught. Like, he's not trying to hide anything. He's not being fucking clever. Like, he's just a fucking asshole. After this, he says, might let you have a treat first, ... and then fill you up more, LOL. And then right after this, we get a man's best friend is his dogs. And like, yeah, dude. I had my dog taken away from me, literally fucking murdered, and it hurts every fucking day of my life. And this sick piece of shit has the nerve to say a man's best friend is his dogs after he fucking killed them. I fucking hate you, dude. You are such a piece of shit. After this, we get, I'd love to stay and chat, but you are a total bitch, ... And then, silent but deadly. Still smells better than you, bitch. And after this, we get, how do you type with 3 fingers? So, I feel like he's saying like he's fucking typing after he like injured himself maybe, or he has like blood on his fingers. And he says right after, and I'm only using my hands. He's obviously talking about his fucking murders because I don't know if I mentioned this in detail. When the police found his dogs as well, and they were also stabbed just like his girlfriend was, but instead of being buried in the backyard, he threw them in the trash in his garage. It's fucking disgusting. After this, he says she deserved quicker ... Not you though ... So I think he's talking about his girlfriend, and then I think he's talking about the dogs because he sees them as fucking Donald Trump or whatever. After this, should have known ... God backwards ... And we all know what God backwards is. You know they eat dog in China? I might develop a taste ... And then this is, I think, like 20 minutes later maybe or something. He says, 1 down ... Stay. And then right after, literally like a minute after, 1 to go. After this, he says, you're making this so much more complicated than it has to be, Don. As always. Might leave him alone for a timeout. Know what it means being separated. Enjoy. So that's where pot takes you, and I got nothing. Freaking potheads, man, LOL. Not that I'm one to talk ... Hello! In all capitals with like exclamation points. So this he has like a fucking, he doesn't, I don't think he's a druggie at all. Like I think he's just crazy, but he seems to have an issue with people that do quote unquote drugs. I mean, if you want to call fucking marijuana a drug. But it seems to be that this might have been some kind of motive of his. Like maybe his girlfriend was smoking weed and he had a problem with it. And but I don't know. I can't see that being his thing. I really can't. And after this, he says, need warm-up music ... Or is it cool down music? And this just makes me think of fucking Norman Bateman, like when he's playing music while he's killing people. But then he says after, like these were 2 separate posts. He says, or is it cool down music? So he already did something at this point. I don't know if everyone was dead at this point or if it was just his girlfriend and the dog and one of the dogs, but it's fucked. And after this, okay, this is how I know he has daddy issues because it says, yeah ... You're next, dad ... So I don't know if he must have been planning on killing his father after. And we did find out, I did do some digging and I found out his mother is still okay. Like she was gone for a few days, but she is all right. I don't know what she thinks about all of this. I'm sure she's fucking devastated, and that's just terrible. But he definitely had some more plans, or at least I'm pretty sure he did, unless it was just all show. After this, we get, it's asexual. After that, not a girl, but okay, LOL. After that, better than gay. No offense or anything. And after that, You must like it up the ass, not barking now. So if you didn't think that he was raping his dogs before, he totally fucking was, dude. Like, I don't see any way that he wasn't. We're actually almost done with this. So after this, he says, kind of cool living Halloween. And guys, I'm so sorry if this sounds like shit, me just going through quotes, or if it's kind of confusing, but I don't know how else to say this. I don't want to like focus on them too much because I'm already at like 30 minutes and I just want to get all this out here. But I hope this sounds like at least moderately decent. After the Halloween one, he says, we are both fighting our own and I didn't want to make it worse for you. And like, dude, fuck you. You made it worse for everyone around. Your friends, your family, her friends, her family. Like, dude, fuck you. And after this, he says, you guys have the, in all caps, ultimate drive-in. And he is referring to this show that he is putting on Facebook. This giant fucking, like, 3-day show of just constant fucking babbling. It just makes me so mad. Like, he thinks he is, like, a fucking circus attraction or something. And you're not, dude. You are just a morbid asshole. That's all you are. Okay. Most go out on a win, and then you're not most. So he's obviously talking about his girlfriend right there, too. And he says something about him winning after that, too. I didn't write it down, but I remember him saying something about him winning. So he thinks he's a fucking winner. On June 24th at 12:20 a.m., he says 3 for 3, ... And then right after, literally immediately after, he says, strike out. So this is obviously when everyone was dead at this point. Absolutely everyone. His final Facebook post was on June 24th at 7:08 a.m. before he was arrested. And all it said was simply, good morning. That's it. That's the last fucking post we get from him. So, yeah, like, there's a lot more. There's so much more. And even me saying all of this and putting all of these down and fucking literally just saying quotes for like 20 minutes doesn't do it justice because there are so fucking many. And it is just disgusting. Like, it gave me chills the entire time while I was reading it. After this, I looked up Kaylynn's Facebook page, along with some of his friends, too, because his friends are very, very fucking questionable. I would highly suggest that if you read into this, read into the friends, too, and just look at a couple of their pages, because it's really questionable, just some of the responses on his posts. So I looked at Kaylynn's page as well, and I found, like, just the saddest post that I have ever seen, like, in my life. Like, it's so fucking sad. On June 22nd, not long before she was murdered, she posted a status that said, wow, what a good day to be home now, and I'm staying home for the rest of the night. Little did she know that this was going to be the end of her life. Like, this, we don't know exactly how long this post was before she was killed, but it was less than a day. It was less than a fucking day. So that's really all I have for this case right now, because like I said, there's not much information. This just came out a couple days ago. He is literally like, he just had his first arraignment, like, I think yesterday. There are not many posts about him if you search him on Google. Most of this information is on Facebook. We have his slight confession on some articles that you can find. We have like a video of him in court, a very brief one, and it's very quiet and hard to hear, and he doesn't say much. But that is really it right now, and I wanted to bring this case to attention because I've seen a lot of people talking about it on some pages that I follow, and they are losing their shit because no one knows why this guy did it. We don't fucking know, and we're probably not going to know for a while. It's just really fucking depressing, but that's really all I have for this right now. If I get more information and we get more details on this case, I do want to update you guys on this, and I will update you on this. I just had to get this out right now, and I'm sorry if you guys miss Bree. And it sucks that she wasn't here. She couldn't be here for this one, but it was really, like, really short notice that I found this, and I just wanted to get this information out, like, immediately, because I felt like there's no time to waste because it just fucking happened. So that is actually where I'm going to end this episode right here. Thank you to anyone who to any and everyone who stayed till the end. This is my first episode alone. I have no idea how this is going to sound or how it did sound, but I hope it's at least, decent. So yeah, that's fucking Philip. what is his last name again? Schwab? His last name's fucking Schwab. Like, your name fucking sucks, dude. You suck. Your name sucks. Fuck you. You're an asshole. So that is the end, guys. I'm going to do my quick little plugs. As always, Patreon is at patreon.com/horrorsoup. Our Instagram is at horrorsoup. Our Facebook is at horrorsoup. Our Twitter is at horrorsoupsucks. As always, I would like to thank Sun is Sam for providing us with our music. You can find him on Spotify or SoundCloud at SONISSAM. And I don't know if anyone's listening on something else, but I just got our podcast on basically everything. It's on Stitcher now, it's on TuneIn, it's on Google Play, it's on iHeartRadio, it's on Podbean. I don't know if it's on all of these, like, at the time that this will come out, but if it's not, it will be on all of them within a week. I know I lagged on it for a while on getting it everywhere, but it's officially, like, I submitted my RS feed everywhere, so it'll be everywhere pretty soon. You can find us fucking everywhere. As always, I would really appreciate it if you guys would rate us, review us, 5 stars on iTunes. That'd be fucking awesome. You guys probably don't understand how much it helps, but it helps so much. iTunes is like the lead in fucking podcasts, and getting reviews on that literally would help immensely, like more than anything else. So yeah, guys, that's it. I fucking love you guys. I hope this episode was cool. This is a little bonus thing, just something I want to get out there. We will still have another episode coming out on Monday, and we're actually in the works on a couple other bonus episodes too. So until next time, guys, this is Caleb from Horror Soup. Bye.